Okay, let's unpack this. You are sitting outside, you're sweating through your shirt in 90-degree heat, and I mean the absolute last thing on your mind is your fireplace.
Right. Totally out of sight, out of mind.
But according to the data we are pulling from United Home Services today, this dead of summer heat wave is actually like the most critical time for your chimney's survival, which is wild.
It is. It seems completely counterintuitive, you know?
Yeah.
We associate chimneys with winter, but the structural reality is that the most aggressive damage happens while we're completely ignoring them in July and August. Proactive knowledge really prevents disaster here.
I do want to push back on that a bit, though, because, I mean, we're talking about tough brick and mortar. How does summer weather actually damage masonry? It's literally baked earth designed to contain fire.
Yeah, well, what's fascinating here is the mechanics of thermal expansion. It is not just the ambient heat alone. It is the combination of heat, high humidity, and heavy summer rain.
Oh, so it's really a moisture issue.
Exactly. That moisture permeates the porous brick and mortar. Then the intense summer sun hits the masonry, which rapidly heats that trapped water. It expands, putting immense internal pressure on the structure.
Wow, so it's basically fracturing from the inside out. It's like fixing a leaky roof while the sun is shining, but you don't even know it's leaking.
Right. It causes spalling, which is where the brick face actually pops off, and it degrades the mortar joints. And tactically speaking, addressing this thermal damage now bypasses the massive October scheduling bottleneck.
Yeah, because everyone calls the second they feel a chill in the air.
Oh, absolutely. Every single chimney company gets slammed the moment the first frost hits. So booking in the summer means you secure that structural integrity well before you actually need it.
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting. If the exterior is dealing with this moisture expansion, the interior of the flue is dealing with its own hidden threats.
For sure.
Because the flue is dormant and shaded right now, it becomes prime real estate for like raccoons and birds seeking shelter during the spring and summer breeding seasons.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, those summer nests create massive airflow blockages. But the more insidious threat sitting dormant inside is creosote. Our sources emphasize looking specifically at its ignition threshold.
Right, the wood smoke residue.
Yeah, exactly. Stage 3 creosote, which is highly glazed and concentrated along the flue walls, can ignite at temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wait, 2,000 degrees? That is not a cozy hearth fire. In that temp, you are dealing with structural melting. I mean, it's like a literal blast furnace in your living room.
It is terrifying. The thermal updraft alone could pull that fire straight into the framing of your house.
And the sources note that even light usage doesn't negate this risk, right? I mean, a single season of burning unseasoned wood can build up enough creosote to hit that critical mass.
Which is why relying on memory, thinking, well, I barely used it last year, is a really dangerous metric. The chemical composition of the creosote, combined with potential structural damage, makes an annual inspection by a CSIA-certified professional an absolute necessity.
And CSIA, that is the Chimney Safety Institute of America.
Correct. Even for light usage, it's a non-negotiable for home safety.
So what does this all mean? Knowing we have these compounded risks, the external thermal expansion and the internal chemical blockages, there has to be a way to gauge our own baseline before calling in those pros.
Yeah, well, this raises an important question. How do we effectively assess our own home's exterior? The sources suggest an immediate visual lookup test.
Like just from the yard.
Exactly. Go into the yard and scan the stack. You are looking for dark staining, which indicates water penetration,
Oh,
or visible fissures in the masonry, or maybe a compromised or missing chimney cap.
okay, so if you spot those fissures, or, even if it's just time for that annual baseline check, the documentation from United Home Services highlights that their sweeps include a free Level 1 CSIA inspection.
Which is a huge value.
Yeah, no surprise billing, and importantly, same day or weekend availability to accommodate those busy summer schedules.
Right, and that Level 1 CSIA certification guarantees you aren't just getting someone shining a flashlight up the damper.
Right, an actual rigorous check.
Yeah, it is a standardized assessment of the appliance's structural integrity and its clearance to combustibles.
So the takeaway